News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Dani Laurel. President Bongbong Marcos reappoints Ted Herbosa as Health Secretary. This came after Herbosa failed to get the nod of the Commission on Appointments due to time constraints. He would have to go through the confirmation process again when Congress resumes in November. Herbosa was appointed as the Health Secretary back in June. Meanwhile, former Armed Forces Chief Centino is the new presidential assistant for maritime concerns. His appointment comes amid China's aggression in the West Philippine Sea. Marcos Jr. is being urged to suspend pass-through charges on electricity bills. Power for People Coalition raised this call after the president suspended pass-through fees on vehicles transporting goods. Under Executive Order 41, these fees should no longer be collected along national roads and local roads not funded by LGUs. The group said pass-through charges on electricity bills are, quote, just as ridiculous as pass-through charges on roads. These charges happen when the price set by electricity generation companies differs from the actual cost due to the changing fuel prices. Consumers need to cover the additional cost caused by the unpredictable nature of fossil fuel prices influenced by global factors. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Still watching One News Now, I'm Dani Laurel. Stakeholders and maritime law experts weigh in on the escalating tensions between China and the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea. This comes after China expanded their claim under the new 10-line map, 7 years after Manila won the arbitral award granted by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or the UNCLOS. Now, China's new map encompasses the entire South China Sea and covers 80% of the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, as well as parts of Batanes. Former Supreme Court Associate Justice Antonio Carpio maintained that China's blatant disregard of the ruling could result in more powerful countries seizing another nation's territories.
If China, under its 9, now 10-dash line, can claim almost the entire South China Sea, then UNCLOS cannot apply in the South China Sea and also in all the other seas of the world. Nuclear-armed or militarily powerful states will emulate China. That would mean the end of UNCLOS.
Now, for former U.S. Pacific Command Joint Intelligence Director Carl Shuster, joint patrol in the West Philippine Sea is crucial, especially during resupply missions. An expert from India, meanwhile, commended the Philippines' diplomatic actions against China's bullying.
We saw that Philippines military and Coast Guard has shown us way that even if you are not as powerful as those Chinese military, you can still counter them. And the current Coast Guard activities that we had seen in the in the South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, and South China Sea region is a affidavit to that we can still stand up to Chinese aggressiveness.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The Tourism Department reports that over 4 million foreign travelers visited the Philippines this year. The agency says the country has so far earned an estimated 316 billion pesos with these foreign arrivals. Jenny intensifies into a severe tropical storm over the Philippine Sea east of Tuguegarao City. The weather disturbance may start bringing rains today in Cagayan, Isabela, Quezon, and Bicol region. And pole vaulter EJ Obiena snags the country's first gold medal at the 19th Asian Games in China. Obiena also shattered the tournament's 5.70 meters record after clearing 5.19 meters. Those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Danny Laurel, and we are One News.